How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the F1 2019 career mode here on the channel. It begins now. It is something completely different to what I normally upload, but I've been waiting for this game to come out for a while, and it's the other sport that I really enjoy, so I suppose let's not dilly-dally about, let's just get straight on with the career and into F2.
In F1 2019, you'll be invited to start your career by selecting a Formula 2 team. Driving for this team, you'll experience some key moments of a Formula 2 season, a thrill-packed racing championship in its own right, and the springboard to Formula 1. At the end of this feeder series, your choice of driver academy and your performance in F2 will determine the terms of the contracts offered by the teams as you embark upon your career in Formula 1 and begin to write your own chapter of motorsport history.
So here we are then in the F2 team selection screen. Now this took a while for me to pick, to be honest with you, because all of the teams in F2 are equal. They all use the exact same engine, and yes, of course, ART is the team that George Russell won the championship with last year. Lando Norris, who's now in F1, of course, drove for Carlin, and Alexander Albon for Dams. But in the end, I decided to go for Prema. Well done on choosing a team you can't pronounce, idiot. Of course, Prema, that is how you pronounce it, are the team that Charles Leclerc won the championship with back in 2017. So I don't know why I went for them. I've seen people pick ART and Carlin and those sorts of teams, so I thought I'll go for someone a little bit different. So I chose Prema, and after that it asks you to select a driver academy. Now I'm going to keep this a secret until after, at the end of the video. Of course, you've got all of the driver academies there, and the possible teams that will give you a better contract if you pick them. But let's not show this and get on with the career mode. And just to quickly go through my settings with you guys, I'm doing short qualifying with a 25% race distance, and the AI driver level is on 85. They are the exact same settings I had in F1 2018. It keeps me interested. I know 25% race distance isn't the longest, but hey, it's perfect for me. So yes, those are my settings.
Prema's new driver really commanding the race here. Devon Butler still ruthlessly giving chase. These two have been really scrapping it out for the early wins in the championship. And something's wrong. Butler sees his chance. Some kind of mechanical failure. Picking up speed again. It's unclear what the issue was. Can they still finish this race?
So at this point, there should have been a radio message talking about the problem that the car has, but me, being stupid enough to be stupid like me, decided to leave the setting so it comes out of my controller speaker instead of my TV, so you don't get to hear that. But I rectify it in a second once the race starts.
Your teammate is approaching and wants to get past. Repeat, Lucas wants to pass you.
So I've now got a choice here whether I want to let my teammate Lucas Weber go past me, or just try and finish as high up as I can. Because as you can see, I'm very good at controlling the car. I do flashback. I'm just going to say that now because I'm still getting used to how F1 2019 works. There's a lot more understeer in the car compared to F1 2018. But I have a quick decision to make whether to let Lucas pass me or whether to stay in front of him and try and win the race. Now Lucas doesn't have a problem with his car, and in the end I did last on the straight. He just goes straight past me using DRS, and that's it. I don't challenge him any more than that. All I need to do is just finish the race, really, and that's about it. And
Lucas wants me to pass on his thanks. I know it's frustrating, but you made the right call for the team. Now we're all with you. Just bring it home as best you can.
And now Lucas can push on and try and get the best result that he can. But for us, we're in a bit of a battle with the drivers behind us. As you can see, Lucas Weber set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. We're now on the main straight, and we've got Nicholas Latifi coming up to the side of us, trying to make a move on us. He gets ahead of us, but he locks up badly, and we have the inside line, and we stay in front of Latifi for the time being. But I was really struggling with the car, with the steering in particular. I don't know if it was the car's fault or if it was just me being really bad at the game. But yeah, for some reason I was just driving so bad, or at least in my opinion I was. And Latifi, as you'll see along the line, just gets closer and closer to me. I mean, look at that understeer there. But somehow Latifi remains behind me. Again, as you can see, some pretty bad understeer into this corner, and that is allowing Latifi and Markelov behind him to catch up to me. As we go, as we just go around these corners, you can see that I'm slowing down so much around these corners and getting some major understeer. But we go around the final corner here, we edge towards the final lap of the Grand Prix, and Latifi and Markelov are right behind us, coming up to us again. We take the inside line again, just to try and fend him off if he beats us into the corner, which he's going to do again, Latifi. But again, we cover the inside line, we block him off, and we take it round the next corner, and we remain in 6th place. And that's all I'm looking to do at this point, is just hold on to that 6th place. I don't want to lose another position. Lucas Weber, though, at the moment, I believe in this part of the race, is in 3rd. I believe he's in 3rd at this point, as you can see on the minimap there. Devon Butler's in the lead. I think he's got Lando Norris behind him, or no, it's Alex Albon behind him, and Lucas Weber is in 3rd place. And as you can see on this final lap, we've just got Latifi sticking to the back of us all the way. My steering's getting a little bit better, as you can see, but obviously we are a lot slower than Latifi because of the problem on our car. Which is why it's proving quite a hard task to keep ahead of him. A bit further in the lap, as you can see, Devon Butler, our rival, has won the race for Carlin, and Lucas Weber set another fastest lap as well. So they finished pretty close to each other, it has to be said. As we go around the final corner, we take it onto the gravel. Latifi's going to try and catch up to us. It was a very close finish. I think we took off a little bit of his front wing, but we finished 6th in the race, which is good considering that, you know, we had a problem for the last few laps of the race.
Brilliant stuff from Carlin today. What a superb victory. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
I think what won them the race was their ability to adapt. At every point, they delivered what was needed. They were calm and steady when they needed to be, but they were ruthless and aggressive when it was demanded of them. There wasn't anything out there that they weren't prepared to handle. Let's see if they can keep it up this season.
And there you have it, today's winners. Having raised some of the biggest names in F1 to date, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance.
Devon Butler did end up winning the race with Alexander Albon in 2nd, and Lucas Weber did get 3rd place in the end. It was a great result for him in the end, considering that he was in 6th and behind us. So he did make a couple of overtakes.
There you are. That was an exciting race. It definitely got people talking about you, which means I was able to secure a quick interview.
Okay, we're all set over here.
Just a minute. Remember, anything you say to the press can go very, very public. So be relaxed, but also be conscious of what you're saying and how it might come across to other people, okay? I think we're ready.
Great. So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. If that's true, you'll be doing plenty of these. Just remember, be yourself, and the more you can give me, the better this will go. Right, stand here. Turn a little this way for me. Perfect. Ready? An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective. So you and Lucas are new to the team. How are you settling in?
Interviews, I'm quite a sportsman, so I decide to compliment Lucas Weber on what a great driver he is.
Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lucas?
I give the straightforward answer and say that Lucas Weber was faster than me, so there wasn't any reason to hold him up at all, really.
Great, well that's everything.
Hey, look, I know that wasn't easy letting me pass, but it was the right choice. It was good driving.
Yeah, that's how I describe it, mate. Just good, not great. 1 in 6. 1 in 6 makes the leap to F1. The other 5 are still watching their less talented teammates collect all their points. Shame, really. A lot of great drivers never get their chance because they do it all for the team.
Those teams got us here.
Yeah, but it's the drivers that take the risk. We should get the rewards. You ever won a race in F1? That's how winners think.
And remind me, how many F1 races have you won?
You watch this space. At the end of this championship, I'll be the one lifting the trophy, and I won't use my teammates to nick the podium.
Okay, I'm out. You believe what you want, Devon, but it's still early days.
He's either very clever or you're just a pushover. You really think if the situation was reversed, he'd do the same for you? You want to start looking out for yourself. No one else will.
I already hate Devon Butler with a passion, and I hope that he gets disqualified from every single race he ever performs in ever again.
Look at them go! Devon Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel racing with his championship rival, desperate to shut them down and stop them getting past. And there's contact! Butler simply left them nowhere to go. There was just no way for them to have avoided that. And look, there's significant damage. Not sure if that was down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
Don't give up. You're still in this race.
So as you can see, Devon Butler has basically been an absolute douchebag and wrecked my car, but also wrecked his own race, as you'll see in a second.
Okay, the stewards have awarded Devon a penalty. Push on. You can still catch him. You can still beat him.
So Devon's been given a 5-second penalty, which he will serve as a stop-go penalty.
Devon's currently in 6th place, P6.
And after serving that penalty, he comes out in P6, and we're currently in P11. We do have the fastest lap, however, at the moment. So I suppose that's something that we can be positive about. But we've got Devon currently 5 places above us, which isn't great. So 4 drivers in between me and him, and it's going to be an interesting race. Now, Austria in F1 2018 was one of my favourite tracks. I managed to win in Austria in a Toro Rosso on my F1 2018 career mode, just based purely on strategy. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. With this difficulty as well, with this same one that I'm using now. So as you can see on the minimap, Devon is just there, I believe. So he's not actually that far ahead, but we've got Makino in front of us right now, and he proved quite hard to get past. Up to Makino there, going down the straight, and we try and make a move on the inside, but he just about cuts us off, and we can't quite make the move. We are edging ever closer to him. He runs a little bit wide there on the straight, and we now have DRS on him, and I set another fastest lap, which surprised me massively, and in the end we do get in front of Makino into 10th place, and now it's just George Russell that stands in between me and Devon Butler. But taken me 2 whole laps to get anywhere near to George Russell and Devon Butler. As you can see, we're currently nearly on the last lap of the Grand Prix. We're on lap 39 out of 40 to go around the final 2 corners, and Russell and Butler are there right in front, as Butler tries to make a move on the Arden in front of him. Just looking at the mini-map, but it doesn't come off, and as you can see, we now have the 3 of them in our sights, George Russell and Devon Butler, and the Arden in front of them. We're currently 1.4 seconds behind George Russell as we go around the first corner, and it just it took me this long to catch up to them, and to be honest, when it came to it, I just thought I'm never going to get past them. There's no way I can get past these guys. We come up to turn 2, well, I think it's turn 2 anyway, and we are now right up the back end though of George Russell and Devon Butler in the distance as well, and Maximilian Gunter is the man in front of Devon Butler in the Arden. We go down the back straight here, and again we go right up the back end of George Russell. They're so close to making a move on him, we just weren't quite close enough to do so. It's a train right now. It's a train of 4 cars. I try and possibly look at maybe going up the inside, but was not close enough to even try. Lando Norris has won the Grand Prix. Of course, he's Devon Butler's teammate in this. And George Russell and Devon Butler are just pulling away from me now. I don't think there's any way that I'm going to catch them. And it looks like that even though Devon Butler got his 5-second stop-go penalty, he will beat us on the day once again, and will definitely get the last lap over us at the end of this Grand Prix.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So another fantastic victory for Carlin today. So, Davide, what did you make of that?
Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster, I think. Absolutely congratulations are in order here. That was a spectacular race and a fantastic drive from our winner. I think, though, that after the race there's going to be a lot of eyes on Devon Butler regarding that collision. He's been very lucky today, in more than one way. Lucky to have walked away, lucky to have only received a penalty. It's a shame his rivals wasn't equally lucky.
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk about it. It seems to me that collision with Devon clearly cost you a lot of time. Are you disappointed with the final result?
Yes, I was very disappointed with the final result. I thought it was outrageous that Devon Butler got away with only a 5-second penalty.
So did you ever think you'd get the place back from Devon?
In all honesty, no, I didn't expect to get the place back from him at all. The gap just too large in the end.
I've seen that you and Lucas have been picking up a lot of points recently. What do you think of your championship chances?
Again, I like to big up my man Lucas Weber. We have been carrying a lot of momentum from the last few races, and I think that in the end that'll turn out to be the winner for me.
Appreciate your time.
Hey, Devon. Devon, stop.
Not now, I'm busy.
Hey, what are you doing out there? Seriously.
I'm gonna celebrate my excellent drive.
We saw what you did. It was reckless. You should have been black flagged.
Yeah, and I wasn't because it was my line. You were in my space. You shouldn't have been. Next time, stay out of my way.
No, someone could have been hurt.
And that didn't happen, so what's your problem?
My problem is that your actions out there are too dangerous.
Listen, contact happens, okay? I took my penalty, but I kept it focused, kept it smooth, and came out on top. That's racing. You want me to grovel to you every time I make a tough move? You want to play race director? Then quit driving and take the job. Until then, I don't owe you anything.
Devon, you don't get it. It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Look, you grab your space on the track, and then it's all or nothing. That's just how it goes. And anyway, you still couldn't beat me, even with my penalty. So no hard feelings, okay? Not from my end anyway. Chin up.
I like Lucas Weber, you know. He's always seems to be on the lookout. He's like a big brother almost.
So here we are in Abu Dhabi. Each and every event in the Formula 2 calendar has led us here to this, the final event of the championship, and one that promises to be a spectacle every bit as exciting as we might have hoped. So the Yas Island circuit offers 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and plenty of excitement for the fans, no doubt. Joining me for one last time here this year is Davide Valsecchi. Davide, I'm glad you're here because I think I'm going to need help processing all this. Surely, this is as exciting as it gets.
Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's the perfect finale. Two drivers, rivals of season, now going into the final race tied on points, both way out in front at the top of the standings, meaning whichever of these two drivers cross the line first will be crowned the champion. I can't wait.
Okay, this is it. Last race of the season. All you have to do is finish in the points ahead of Devon, and the next time we see each other, you'll be the F2 World Champion. No pressure then. Good luck.
So here we are then at the final race of the season. It's the final sprint race here at Abu Dhabi. The 5 red lights are off and we are underway here. And it is a fantastic start for us compared to Norris and Russell as we get ahead of both of them and go on the inside of Devon Butler, and we have already passed Devon Butler right on the first corner. And as we move a bit later on in the lap, as you can see, we're going down the straight. We've got Alex Albon, Artem Markelov and Luca Giotto in front of us. As we go for a move down on the inside of Albon, and we've actually spun Markelov around completely unintentionally. I did not mean to do that at all, but we made the move on Albon, and now we are up into second place. I'm surprised I didn't get any sort of penalty there for colliding with Markelov. But yeah, we ended up completely spinning him around there. But I really struggle out of that turn, and Albon is still right on my back. But we make it through these turns, and we have solidified the second place. And Devon Butler's also gained a place because of me spinning Markelov. Markelov's obviously dropped back a fair bit now, but we go really wide into that turn there. And Albon's right beside us there. He's trying to make a move on us, but we ended up blocking him off, and we stay in front of the Dams driver. And as we come to the end of lap 3, as you can see, going around the last 2 corners, nothing's really happened in the last couple of laps. That's why there's been no highlights. I've just been chasing down Giotto in front of me. But as you can see, my driving actually hasn't been that bad, as we set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:54.7. Despite having our slowest sector 1, we've somehow managed to set the fastest lap of the race, and we are really gaining on Giotto in front of us. Alex Albon's dropped back slightly, but he hasn't really slowed down. So we are definitely, we're doing well in this race for sure. 5, the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix, and we have caught up to Giotto some more. We're now 3.5 seconds ahead of Alex Albon in 3rd, and we are now just over a second behind Giotto. We have caught him and then some, it has to be said. There's only 6 laps in this race, of course, because I'm on 25% race distance. A normal sprint race has 24 laps, I believe. And we go so close there to Giotto. We had DRS on him, but we just couldn't quite make it stick. Oh no, we didn't have DRS. We do now, though, as we're less than a second behind Giotto, and now we can gain some serious pace on him, and we can get right up to his back end there, just missing him as I brake quite late there, going into the turn, and we are so close to Giotto now. If we win this race, I mean, that's just the best result we could hope for, because we've just got to finish ahead of Devon Butler, who has gained another place now. He's actually got past my teammate Lucas Weber, and he's now in P4. We still remain in P2 though. Alex Albon separates me and my championship rival, who we are level on points with going into this sprint race. You won't see that until the end, but I actually won the feature race as well. Obviously, I don't play the feature race, that was simulated. But the feature race was won by myself, as we get ever so much closer to Giotto on the last turn, and we're now into the final lap of this sprint race. One more lap to try and get past Giotto and go for the race win, the final race of the Formula 2 season, the final sprint race here at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. Giotto is going ever slower, I'm going ever faster, as I'm maybe trying to make a move down this corner, not quite yet, going through the chicane. Giotto, we're closing up to him all the while, and he's going slower than us. We are definitely faster. than the car in front of us, that is for sure. We will get DRS on him this time, on down the first DRS zone, so hopefully maybe we can make a move on the same corner that we made the move on Alex Albon and Artem Markelov. As we're getting ever closer to Giotto, we go down the inside and we make the pass as Giotto locked up on the corner. He's going to come back at us, but he can't make the move, and we have the race lead. And the final race of the season, Giotto is going to get DRS on us, but he is not going to catch us. We are just slightly too far away from him, and he won't be able to make a move into this corner either. We kind of block him off, kind of cut the corner a little bit, it has to be said. But we have managed to stave off Luca Giotto, and it looks like we are going to claim the win of this sprint race here, as we're now into the third sector. And this is the corner that has caused me trouble all race. But we take it a bit more smoothly this time, still run slightly wide. Giotto gets closer to us, but we've taken that corner a lot better than we have done in previous laps. And we are into the final part of the race. We've only got 2 more corners left to navigate. We get round the first one fine. Giotto is getting further and further away from us, and it looks like, and we will claim the final sprint race of the season and the F2 Championship.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula 2 World Champion. Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Prema today. Talk to me, Davide. Was it everything you hoped for?
Everything and more. He had it all. The rival, the tension, the excitement. These 2 drivers have been locked in fierce competition all season. And to see it comes down to head-to-head battle for the line like this, well, this kind of things doesn't happen very often. Devon put in a good performance throughout the championship, but today the accolade goes to his rival and the new Formula 2 champion.
Congratulations, mate. F2 champion.
Hey, congratulations. Enjoy it, because it's the last time it will ever happen.
Devon, it's okay to be upset. You came very close.
Yeah, we know things would have turned out very differently if I didn't get slapped with that ridiculous penalty.
What is it with you and complaining?
Look, somehow you managed to do a lot of things right today. That's great. You needed the win, I didn't. For me, this was always just a stepping stone to F1. Oh, you two. You got your work cut out for you now that I'm gone. See, you're going to have to prove to everyone it was more than just luck that got you here.
Sure. Winning one race is luck. Winning the championship is talent.
Really? Next time you use that incredible talent to ram into someone and steal all their points, remember they won't be as forgiving as I am. Well, this has been a lot of fun, but I got to run. Things to sign, important paperwork and all that. I'm sure you understand. Ciao!
So, with this big win, you're going to be getting a lot of interest. All I can say is choose wisely, or else you might end up with someone like Devon as your teammate. Come on, let's go celebrate.
All I'm going to say is if Devon ever ends up as my teammate, I will quit YouTube and throw my computer in the bin. Anyway, we are now approaching 2 months later. We are at the office of Emma, who is my agent. We are looking to potentially discuss a move into Formula 1, and let's just see what happens, shall we?
Ah, welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move. Your performance at the F2 Championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula 1 teams. Some of it more positive than others. I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you. You'll have plenty of time to win the doubters over. But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone. As your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics. Let's get you a Formula One seat.
So we are now choosing our team for Formula 1, and as you can see, look at the two bars that are the highest, the furthest along on the right hand side. That is right, Red Bull and Toro Rosso. I chose the Red Bull Driver Academy at the beginning of the video, which is something I kept a secret from you guys. And the team that I'm going to choose is Toro Rosso. We've got hard team goals on the contract with second driver, expected qualifying and race position of 16th. But look at that, look at those perks, some decent perks. 3 upgrades per department on the R&D, all upgrade time reduced by 1 week, and also 25% R&D point bonus for races. Pretty good.
Excellent choice. From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you. I'll let them know our intentions immediately. I'll have to clean up some final details with them, but that's what you pay me for. Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.
Thank you very much, Emma, and that is where this first episode of Career Mode ends. Next episode, we'll be doing the first race in F1, the Australian Grand Prix. If you guys enjoyed this episode, then make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you like what you see and you want to see more, and hit that little bell button if you do not want to miss any of my videos, guys. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. Peace.